Hello, Grade 4. This is Miss Noura Mustafa, your English teacher from Emirates American School. Today's lesson is a basic introduction. For now, I want you to look at this picture at the top right. What do you see? He's a man who keeps thunder in jars. Is this possible? Can we keep thunder in jars? Of course not. So how are we seeing this picture this way? Please think about it and keep it in mind. The objectives. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to read and write about how you cannot always believe what you see. By the end of this lesson also, you will create a concept map. Let's now have a look on the following picture and see how our perceptions might be different. What is a perception? Perception is the ability to hear or become aware of something through your senses. So, what I see in this picture is a dog. Can you tell me, what do you see? You may see a dog or a bird according to your own perception of things. I'm sure now that if you asked any friend or any family member, they will not see the same picture that you saw. And that also returns to different perceptions. The way you see things is not the same way others see it, not necessarily. And what you see is not always what you think you are seeing. For example, you thought you saw a dog, but it's not a dog, it is a bird. Please open your Reading Street book on page 20 and 21. Look at each of the photos and describe what you see. The first picture is a water fountain. Is this picture realistic? Is what we're seeing true? Is it the truth? Is really the water fountain suspended in mid-air? If not, how are we seeing it like that? The second picture, a couple of pencils in a cup of water. It's clearly that the pencils look as if they are split. But the question here is, are they split? Or are they whole? The third picture, a desert with a water pool in it. Is this possible? Have you ever seen a pool of water in desert? And if you have, why do you think you saw it? Please give yourself a moment to look at the three pictures again and try to figure out, why are we seeing the pictures this way? The first question, why can't you believe when you see a pool of water in the desert? Because it's not realistic. Pools of water won't just be there in desert. But why do we still see it sometimes? Please again, give yourself a moment to think about it. The water is a desert mirage caused by hot sun beating on the sand. What is a mirage? A mirage is an optical illusion caused by atmospheric conditions, especially the appearance of a sheet of water in a desert or on a hot road caused by the refraction of light from the sky by heated air. So, the mirage is an optical illusion. Optical illusion is something that we see that is not true or not even there. We see it because of the atmospheric conditions, the heat. Correct? So the heat causes us to have an optical illusion to see water in the desert which is not actually there. So, the first reason that we might have a different perception or that we might see something that is not even there is optical illusion. The optical illusion causes our eyes to be fooled. What we see is not the truth. The same as the picture of the dog and the bird. Now let's move to the following question. Why is the image of the pencils in the water deceiving? As I said earlier, the pencils are whole, but they look as if they are split. Whenever the pencils contact the water, they look as if they are split. But are they split? No, they are not. It's just again an optical illusion. Please pause the video and try this experiment. Grab a couple of pencils and put them in a transparent cup of water. And send me what did you see there. Great, I'm sure you all have enjoyed your experiment. Now, the most interesting picture in my point of view, and it was the most puzzling picture of all for me. What illusion does the fountain create? How do you think the water fountain is suspended in mid-air like that? The fountain makes us believe that it is suspended in mid-air. But the support of this sculpture is invisible because it's hidden in the water. So, there is a sculpture here which we cannot see with our eyes, but it's there. That leaves us with two reasons of why we see things differently sometimes. Number one, we might see things differently because, as you remember, of optical illusions. Like the case of the dog and the bird, and like the case of the pencils in the water, and like the case of the water pool in the desert. Now there is another case. Sometimes things are invisible. Like the sculpture hiding under the water here, holding this fountain. Please share with me things of optical illusions or invisible stuff that you have encountered before. The question of the week. After reviewing the previous photos, why can't you always believe what you think you see? Let's create a concept map about it. Grab a piece of a paper and a pencil, and let's enjoy doing our concept map. What you're basically gonna do in your concept map is writing the question down in a big triangle or in a big rectangle or a square, whatever you like, and then get out of this rectangle 2 arrows with only 2 answers of 2 words. Why can't you always believe what you think you see? Why did you see the fountain suspended in mid-air? Why did you see a water pool in the desert? Why did you see a dog and others saw a bird? Why did you see pencils split in the water? Please pause the video and do your concept map. I'm sure you all got it right. It's either because optical illusions or invisible stuff, like the case of the fountain. Thank you so much. I hope you have enjoyed today's lesson.